Hey everyone, welcome back to the second part of my Pixel 3a review. This section I'm going to go through actually setting up the Pixel to copy all the information from my current iPhone onto the Pixel itself. So this is things like contacts, photos, and it also recommends apps that you might want to use from the Google store. So a couple of things you need to do. First thing is, this is fresh out of the box. I've just set it up so that it's been connected to my Wi-Fi, and that's all I've done. On my iPhone, what I have to do is, if I show you, the first thing I need to do is I need to go into the settings, and I need to go into messages, and I need to switch off iMessage. That's the first thing that you have to do, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to also put this in airplane mode as well, so I switch everything off. Okay, and then leave it on the side. Now, I also charged this up, so straight out of the box it had a little bit of charge, but I've actually charged it up so it's at least 70% full. Now, I've got a problem with my iPhone battery on this, so it's going to drain very quickly, so it's going to actually use the power from this phone as well, using this little dongle. So this is what they provide you in the Google box, Google Pixel box, and this is going to plug into this phone and obviously connect both phones together. So I'm just going to connect this phone as well, switch it on. It says search for Wi-Fi, so hopefully it should find the Wi-Fi that I'm already connected to. Let me just try and see if I can zoom in a bit more so you guys can see. So it's connected to my network, which is cool. It does a little bit of checking for updates, and it says, do you want to copy apps and data? Obviously that I do, so I'm going to hit next. Just before I went into the screen, by the way, it asked me to log on to my Google account, which I've already done, so you'll have to do the same as well. Otherwise it won't let you go through this process. So now that I'm kind of gone through this connection bit, I then select, it asked me to connect the iPhone cable to my current iPhone, so that's fine. I'm going to plug that in, okay, and then if I hit next, so found the cable, great, and then next thing it's going to do, it's going to ask me to plug that in, and it's going to ask me to connect the other end to my adapter. So this is the adapter that they give you in the box. So I'm now going to get the adapter, plug it in, and on here again, hit next. It's going to ask me to connect both phones up. So I'm going to connect this phone to the bottom. And on my iPhone, let's have a look. Phones are connected. Okay, cool. Now sometimes it says it comes up that trust option that it does on your iPhone, but it hasn't this time, so I'm going to hit next. So I've got my Google account added, that's fine. Hit next. Guys, welcome back. This has been going now for just over an hour, and it's finally now changed the screen saying choose what you want to copy, basically. So through here you can see that it's got apps, contacts, photos, videos, music, messages, attachments, my calendar items, wallpaper, everything pretty much. I'm pretty impressed with that because that's really nice that it's giving you an option to select, and I can actually go into these and then define anything that I don't want, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to run through this process of just defining the things that I want. So for example, if I go into, I'm not sure if I can go into each app, yeah, so I can go in here, and obviously I can then choose things that I want and things that I don't want. Now what I did on my iPhone is I previously went through everything I didn't need and got rid of it. Okay, so I know everything on here I need and I require for my everyday usage. So I'm just going to click OK on that, and I'm going to I want everything else to be copied across, which is all fine. So let's see what it does. So it says 54 gigabytes of 38 gigabytes, not enough space. So there's not enough space for me to copy everything from my current phone onto here. So I'm going to have to go through this and remove a few bits and bobs that I don't want. Okay, so just look through this, and I was looking at things that I can potentially get rid of. Well, obviously need things like contacts and stuff. The thing that I think I'm going to have to do manually is I'm going to have to go through my photos and videos, because if you can see, they're taking up 37 gigabytes. And obviously there's some stuff on there that I don't need and some things that I do need, and everything else I kind of really want. So I'm going to deselect my photos and videos for the time being. And that obviously now takes that down to 14 gig, which will speed this process up a lot. So what I'm going to do, leave that selected now, and I'm going to click copy. And it's asking me to unlock my iPhone again, so I'll do that again. And there we go. So I'll leave that running, and that's going to now start copying all those things across. So I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. Okay guys, so that process took about 5 minutes, and you can now see that it says copying finished. You can disconnect the cable. So all I'm going to do is just going to pull out the cable from the bottom, and on here now you can see it just says next. It says getting account info, and then I think I probably have to agree to some terms and conditions on here maybe. Oh no, so it's back up to Google Drive. Yeah, got that selected. Use location, yeah, that's fine. Allow scanning, send usage and diagnostic data. So I'm accepting all the terms on that. Hit accept, and then I have to unlock the screen at this point. So I'm just going to use my finger sensor at the back. If that allows me to do that. Oh no, it's actually asking me for my PIN code. Bear with me 1 second. Cool. So it's now, so that was actually setting up the PIN code, so I've actually set up a PIN code now, and now it's asking me for my fingerprint. So I'm gonna just move my hand underneath it, touch the finger sensor, so I'm gonna hit next. It says touch the sensor on the back of the phone, use your index finger, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Lift and touch again, and it says to use different parts of your finger, so I'm just wiggling my finger around behind the phone, touching it several times. Cool, and it now says fingerprint added, so I'm just going to hit next. Continue setup, keep going, set your phone up fully, or you can leave now and get a reminder to finish later. So I'm just going to click, so I'm not too bothered about all the other bits. I'm going to do all the Google Assistants and pay apps and everything else, but I'm happy with now the main setup. So all I'm going to do is click leave and get reminder, and it says review additional apps, so Google Docs, Google Doodle, Google Keep. Yeah, I'm happy with all that stuff, so I'm going to select OK. It says your phone is almost ready, so I've got 74 apps, contacts, all those other bits have been added. I'm going to hit finish. Get messages from iPhone users. To keep receiving SMS messages from your iPhone users, you'll need to turn off iMessages on your old phone. You can still use iMessage on other devices like iPads. When you finish setting up your Pixel 3a, visit that location and follow the instructions. So I'll do that once I've done this. So it says adding some finishing touches. And there you go guys. So that's now on my home screen. So I'd say that whole process just took over about an hour and 15 to 20 minutes. So bear that in mind. This is a 64 gig machine. Now, obviously what's happened is it hasn't copied across my photos because I couldn't do that because there wasn't enough space. So obviously the OS on here and various other things are filling up the space on here. So I'm now going to have to go through this manually, look at which pictures and things I want to get rid of and videos and all that kind of old stuff that I don't need, and I'll copy those across otherwise. But other than that, the process is pretty straightforward. If you've got any questions, just let me know in the comments. The main thing to remember is obviously charge both phones up so they've got enough power in them. Switch off your iMessage on your iPhone, and then plug them both together, and obviously accept those changes on your phone if it comes up with the trusting the other device, and then obviously follow through the settings, and that's pretty much it. Make sure you've got a Google account set up before you do go through this process, and it's easier to do that on a laptop, I guess, or a computer. Make sure you do that and you should be fine. My next video, what I'm going to do, I'm now going to start getting used to this. As I said, I've been using iOS for all these years. This is my first Android device, so I'm going to go through using this next couple of weeks, and then I'll add another video on my kind of final review really on this phone, using it, how it compares to an Apple device, and if I've got used to it, if I like it, etc., and all the things I dislike as well. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video. Just wanted to add a quick point to the end of this video. I mentioned earlier that when you are doing the copy over from your iPhone or any other phone onto this new Pixel, you will have to do it from scratch, so from a factory reset. Now if you've already gone through the setup process and realised that you can't now do the copy across, this is what you need to do a factory reset. So from your main screen, you're just going to slide down from the top, and then you're going to click on your main kind of notifications section. Over here you'll see the little cog, and on the cog, if you click on that, that's going to bring up your settings. Then from here, if you kind of scroll all the way down, you'll come to System, and it says Gestures, Time and Backup. You're going to click on, well, tap on that, and then there you've got an Advanced option. Select Advanced, and there you will see a Reset option section. Hit on Reset, and then you've got Erase All Data and Factory Reset. So that's what you want to do if you've by mistake gone through the setup process already and not gone through the copying across from your current phone. Hope you find this useful, guys. Any questions, let me know in the comments.